For the very first step and process, what I'm going to do is to prepare the baking pan. Now for the baking pan, I'll take out the base of the pan and place on top of a baking sheet. With the help of my pencil, create a mark around it. Using a scissors, go ahead and cut around the markings that you have created. Once that step is done, set it aside and then coat the pan completely with butter. The same thing you have to do on top of the baking sheet. Once that is done, set it aside and we go over to the next process. I've gone ahead to place my baking pot on top of the heat, and here I have included salt. You can also leave the pot empty if you prefer. I'll place a rack inside it, cover it and preheat it on low heat for exactly 10 minutes. These are the ingredients we need for this recipe. You will require 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon vanilla sugar, half teaspoon cinnamon and 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I'll place a sieve on top of my bowl and then measure in 2½ cup of flour. You can as well use cake flour or all-purpose flour. Alright, so once the flour mixture is added, I will as well add the ingredients I introduced earlier on. At the same time, sift everything carefully. Mix to combine just to have a generous mix and then set it aside until it is required. Introducing the wet ingredients, you require all items to be at room temperature. You will need 4 to 5 medium eggs, 200 grams melted butter, 3/4 cup of milk. At the same time, I will introduce the vanilla aroma. If you don't have the vanilla aroma, please feel free to use vanilla extract. Alright, so last but not the least, you require the sugar for this recipe. Of course, you will need that sweetener to enhance the flavor of your cake. 1 cup plus extra wanted quantity. Now we'll proceed and prepare the blender. Okay love, so with the help of my baking brush, I'm going to coat generously melted butter inside the blender just to avoid the items we are going to blend out from sticking inside it. And then first of all, make sure you combine all wet ingredients first before you add the dry items that we have mentioned. This step is very important. Just include everything and then we are going to blend. So the required time for the blending process should not last more than few seconds to 1 minute. I'll then go in with my spatula, mix everything to combine, repeat the process again for 1 to 2 times, and then the cake batter is ready. This is very important because guys, you don't want to result with a tough cake outcome. You want your cake to be fluffy at the end of the whole baking time. Okay, please be very careful. Tap the cake pan for a few times and then we're going to transfer it right into the preheated pan and bake first for 40 good minutes on low heat. So my cooker settings is between 0 to number 9. I am baking on number 3 heat. So you have to use the low heat to bake and make sure you do not open the pot for the first 40 minutes. And guys, 40 minutes later, oh la la, I open up the pot. You can see the steam escape from it, and this is the appearance of our cake. In the cover of the pot, you will notice the steam. I've gone ahead to dry it up. Please make sure you're doing this on intervals, okay? Cover the pot and give the cake extra 40 minutes to bake. And guys, look at what we have here. After extra 40 minutes, a golden brown appearance. It smells incredibly awesome. In fact, by now your neighbors should know that something wonderful is going down there in your kitchen. Alright, so using this skewer, I'll check if the cake is ready and everything is perfectly smooth. As you can see, I'm going to drop it on my surface and allow it to cool completely before I bring it out. But then I was not so patient because everybody was asking for the cake. I had to bring it out and it affected the outlook of the side. So I'm going to use my knife and scrape it out to make it a little bit neat. We ate the crumbs off camera. And this is what the cake looks like once it has been kneaded properly. I'm going to cut right through into the cake. Guys, take a good look at this cake and see how rich the internal layer is. In fact, it is spongy and turned out absolutely and incredibly, even beyond my own expectation. Now you're going to serve your cake with your favorite tea, and that's it for today. Thank you so much for spending time with me. Remember, variety is the spice of life. Please feel feel free to like, share my video with your friends, and also subscribe to my channel. Until I come your way next time, stay blessed and love. God bless you. Bye for now.